Dear one, happy Equinox. I asked the Akashic Records, what does the equinox mean and how can we best use this equinox? And it turns out that this equinox is incredibly powerful and it has so much to tell us. It's not only the equinox, but there's many different celestial and planetary alignments happening right now that will really boost our lives. And the crazy thing is, the Akashic Records have said, and in the yearly 2026 transmission, and in the last energy updates, they were constantly pointing to this time right now. So, what you will see in this transmission is that they will have the most beautiful wisdom for us to start embodying right now, that you can have an incredible time and you can really use the energy that is present right now in your advantage. So get relaxed. This is directly from the Akashic Records, a channel all about the equinox. By the way, in this channel, I use the stellar geometry prayer and I open the Akashic Records of Mother Earth. Now, if you want to learn how to do this and if you want to get access to this prayer technique specifically, I am opening in the next couple of days a brand new Akashic Record School. This is for me years of teaching, years of doing workshops and practice, all in one school, and I offer it to you for free. This is a pay whatever you can miss community, so feel free to check it out by going to school.com/akasha. I would love to have you. I would love to give this practice to as much people as possible. It is such a blissful practice to be in. So I'm looking forward to, together with you, explore the Akashic field. And let's go. Let's dive into the channel. Dear one, we will keep it short this time because it is time to go for it. And so we would love to give you the most essential information of this very potent time for you on planet Earth in this time space. But then also, with that information, give you some practical steps to start immediately going for this without any too much banter or spiritual background. We just want to give you the practical advice so that you can start running with this and create the most powerful and beautiful life for yourself. This equinox is extremely powerful. More powerful than most years. Now, why is that? This is the spring equinox, and the spring equinox falls exactly at the beginning of your Aries constellation. The Aries constellation is all about fire, ignition, starting the year. And it has been seen in astrology actually as the true start of the year. Now, this is paired with your 2026 year, which is called the year of the fire horse. Again, very powerful fire ignition energy. In the beautiful geometry of your planet, what is happening on equinoxes is that the sun will start to shine more on one of the halves of the planet. It is the transition point where it moves, in this case, from the south to the north, and later in the year from the north to the south. Now the north is represented by the conscious mind and the south is represented by the unconscious mind. What that means is that you will move from a period of reflection and revelation, and especially a lot of shadow work and confrontation, to a way more conscious way of acting into the world. You have done the work, you have done the reflections, you have gotten the awareness that you need right now to start doing things. Therefore, don't simmer too much anymore in the I will work with this and process this and shadow work this and continuously ruminate on pains. You have done that enough. It is time for you to actually just act from the being that you are now and progress more like that. Progress more in experience and activity rather than inward introspection. That inward introspection will become again apparent after the next equinox, which will be in your late October and will then cover the months of November, December, January, February, and the beginning of March. Now you're moving into the conscious, and the conscious energy is all about you actively interacting with the world around you, creating the things that are inside of you, embodying the insights that you have had in the last half year and putting them into practice. So the very first question that we would love to ask you, and it is good to reflect on this and write this question down, is: what have I learned over the last year that I can put into practice? Because this year requires you to change. If you stay the same, you will get a hard year ahead. And we want this year for you to be powerful, impactful, and precious. This has the potency of a year to be remembered. And especially if you bring conscious attention to what life has been trying to show you over the last half year and putting that into practice. Active being. In that case, you will have a great journey ahead. For example, we can tell that this channel, and we know he doesn't mind us telling this, is that he has been confronted with a lot of old habits and old behavior, consumption patterns, and especially ways of consuming content and even spiritual and personal development content that simply is not serving him anymore. It became very clear to him in the last couple of months that even though it has been of great service over the last year, the true information source for his life is being in the present moment and letting his guidance guide him forward instead of YouTube videos guide him forward or courses guide him forward. Now, this insight is accumulating into a new change, and that new change is to trust in living the guided lifestyle. Instead of living the information-rich lifestyle, to live the spiritually guided lifestyle. And he is invited to step into that, not to do more shadow work on it, not to release more traumas on it, not to make him more free by looking at past lives that were where he was caged or where he was trapped. All of that was winter stuff. All of that was January and February stuff. For you, now the world changes. It shifts. And that means, in his case, that he needs to start embodying actively this guidance presence. So when he is tempted to turn on the TV, it would be really good for him to say, no, why don't I take a walk right now and be guided by life? You have different insights, but to a similar degree, where you over the last months have been confronted by life, what is not working. And these can be patterns that are truly bad for you, or patterns that are good for you, or have been good for you, but are currently not serving you anymore. Life asks you to change this. So by asking the question what you can put into practice, what are your latest insights? To after that, find a nice way to hold yourself accountable. This can be with friends, especially friends that also want to change. It can be by joining a community. For example, the Sacred Alignment Academy is good in holding you accountable, but there are a lot more. This can be by talking to your roommate or to somebody who sees you in your daily life, and to say, whenever I am indulging in X, please get me out of X and put me in Y. In this way, you can change your frequency actively and consciously. Let the experience teach you now, and not the shadow work. Now, another thing that is very clear in this time is that your year is all about embodiment and the control of the heightened energy. The best metaphor that we can give you is a campfire. Have you ever built a campfire? Have you ever made or held a fire for a couple hours? When you are doing that, or when you have experience with that, you will know that there is a delicate balance. It shouldn't burn too bright. It also should not burn too little. There is a sweet spot. And you need to navigate this very fiery energy that will just currently kick into your conscious field. This very fiery energy needs a proper guide. And your consciousness can be the guide of your inner fire. When you start to burn too much, you want to do too much, and there's too much energy present, you will get quickly overwhelmed and you might destroy things that were not meant to be destroyed. Now, if you burn too little and it's hard for you to move forward, then it is good to really start putting extra logs on the fire. And you do that by proper eating, proper exercise, and things that you truly love to do that are good for the soul. It also means sometimes to get out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is not a zone that gives you fire. A comfort zone is most of the time a zone that keeps you in a very flickering, dim light. So, feel if you have too much energy and the fire is burning very bright. In that case, it is good to take a step back and to allow yourself to ground into the present moment and to breathe deeply and to let this fire become more natural and pleasant for you instead of overwhelming. While if the fire is flickering and dim, it is time for you to move out of the comfort zone. No excuses anymore. Again, no shadow work anymore. It is time for you to move forward by doing the step you know in your mind you need to do but have been avoiding. So, assess yourself. Where is your fire currently? Do you have a lot or a little? And what do you think is the right step based on this dynamic that we just explained? Only you will know, and only you will have the responsibility of changing it. But what will come with that responsibility is a strong level of responsibility and standing tall. You will feel good and confident in yourself. You will stand tall like the horse is able to stand tall and elegantly up front and is able to run the very beautiful pace. You will have this same energy present. You have been prepared greatly for this time. You can look at the last weeks and months in your life and you can clearly see what life has been showing you. The misalignment in your life has been shown to your awareness profoundly. And that does not have been easy, but it has been a gift. Because if you see it as such, that this showing of the misalignment is actually a great gift, is what would a great friend do as well. A great friend will not just say yes and oh, you're so good and you're so beautiful, and will hide the things that he or she is actually thinking. A great friend will truly give you the energy of truth. And truth sometimes also means, hey, look at this thing that is not in alignment. You might need to change that. It is not working for you. So, take an honest look at yourself. Take an honest look at what life has been showing you and how your fire has been burning lately. And take the steps to shift this now. When you are getting into alignment with the two aspects we have been mentioning, you will understand what it feels to be a bright, shining version of you. This is actually a more pure version. This energy has the great quality to remove any things that are not in your service any longer. But it requires this level of standing tall and confident, and the willingness to be able to shine your light brightly throughout your whole awareness. And you will easily be able to spot what is light and what is heavy, what moves you forward and what holds you back. You can burn away whatever is holding you back. It will go quickly. Just by seeing it, you already took the biggest step. And from that pure clarity, new ideas will arise that will move you forward. They will get you out of the comfort zone, but that only makes your fire burn more beautifully. So, with that being said, we wish you a happy and powerful equinox transition. Move into the conscious. Allow this energy to propel you forward into the world. Agree with yourself that it is not a time for holding back or playing small any longer. Agree with yourself that even though there will be moments where it's gonna be very difficult and the comfort zone is very tempting, to still choose that difficult but powerful step. The difficult steps that you can make now will create an easy life in the future. This is a dynamic that many humans know of, but little humans actually practice. So be the one that is able to choose that. Be the one that is able to choose the difficult decision now, when the energy is so much in alignment and so much fire energy comes to you, so that you can reap the fruits of these actions for the years to come. Dear one, thank you for taking the time and taking this energy of the equinox seriously. We are grateful for your awareness and your attention. May this time serve you very well. Dear one, thank you. Those were the Akashic Records. If you want some personal help and assistance with this, I'm here for you. You can best check the links down below in the description. For the rest, I just wish you a beautiful time. May this energy serve you well. Like I said in the beginning, if you feel resonant with this information and you would love to have such clear, powerful information accessible whenever you want to, I am opening the Akashic Records School very soon. It's literally gonna be in the next couple of days. I'm at the final stages of preparing it right now as I'm recording this video. It's gonna be so beautiful. It's gonna be probably the biggest gift, like it's my biggest gift that I ever received. And I'm very grateful to spread that way further. It is so nice to be connected to the records and to have this information whenever you know. You don't need a telephone, you don't need a computer, you don't need ChatGPT. It's all just in the field. It's all just alive right here. And by you being able to connect to that, oof, the world is your oyster. And they give you the tools to create your heaven on earth, as I'm creating currently mine heaven on earth. So, have a blissful rest of your day. Happy Equinox. And we see each other soon.